I'm Mike Smith-Clarke and I'm standing to be your MP on June the 8th. I care passionately about our community. I've spent a lot of time working with young people and community leaders locally, so I know the kind of potential we have to change things for the better. We need to bring new jobs and training opportunities, not just in town but in the villages. As your MP, I pledge to vote to scrap tuition fees and oppose cuts to school funding. We must ensure everyone has a good quality affordable home. I pledge to vote to introduce 3-year tenancies and to see we build the number of homes we need. We need more community policing and to protect our frontline emergency services from further cuts. As your MP, I will vote for more frontline police officers, to halt cuts to our fire service and to ensure our NHS has the resources it needs. We must have bold and determined leadership. We cannot afford to let the Tories falter and flip-flop time and time again. We need a Labour government and a Labour MP for Great Yarmouth. Please vote Mike Smith-Clarke on Thursday, June the 8th.
Hello, I'm James Joyce. I'm a Liberal Democrat candidate for the Great Yarmouth constituency, and my three top priorities are funding to make sure that all our public services are actually adequately funding. That's not only the NHS, which is absolutely appallingly done at the moment, but the police, so that we have more police community support officers, but education, that the schools are funded. I'm a governor and I serve on finance committees, and I know how hard it is, and I'm sorry this current government has not funded education correctly. I want to make sure that there's right infrastructure for Great Yarmouth, the dualling of the A47, but not only that, the roundabouts, and to make sure that we actually get to the Great Yarmouth outer harbour with the proper third river crossing. And finally, I've Brexit. We have decided to leave Europe. That's fine, but we need to know the terms on them. But not only do we need to know the terms, but we also need to make sure that the funding which came from the EU is still there, carried on by the current government. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Harry Webb and I'm standing to be the MP for Great Yarmouth. And here's my 3 key priorities I'll be working on if elected as the MP. I'll be working on lowering the voting age to 16 to make sure that every young person and the future generations has a real voice about their fate and about their future, especially thinking of Brexit negotiations coming up at present. I will be working on investing in tidal energy for the Great Yarmouth constituency, creating thousands of good paid jobs, providing many people in Great Yarmouth with a proper living wage and a real chance and a real future. I'll also be working on real investment in the National Health Service and the frontline services, instead of cuts after cuts after cuts, looking at cutting back the layers of management. I hope you vote for me on the 8th of June. Thank you.
My top 3 issues are: number 1, migration. Labour's never going to stop it because it's easy votes for them. The Conservatives aren't going to stop it because they like cheap labour for business. They make the minimum wage become the maximum wage. Number 2, putting British people first. Why should a 75-year-old Romanian have the same rights as somebody who has lived and worked here all their lives? Why should British people be made to sell their houses? We will never get anywhere until we put the rights of British people first. Number 3, getting a clean break Brexit, and the Brexit that you voted for. Politicians just lie. They all will remain and then suddenly they change to out. You need a strong, local Norfolk voice to get the Brexit that you deserve.